Another Wednesday, another wisdom session here with us. Today we're going to talk about appraisals and how they're being navigated right now in this current market. So obviously still in a huge seller's market, supply is low, demand is high, prices are being driven up. And that leaves a lot of appraisals coming in under the purchase price. Right now, actually 20% of all transactions, there's a gap in appraisal. An appraisal gap meaning that purchase price is up here, appraiser's coming in, he's determining that value to be down here. So there's a big discrepancy in that price, and Abby will give you some tips on how to get around that and strategies to win with the appraisals coming in low.
Yeah, so the biggest thing here is if you are a seller and a buyer, it's important to understand what the appraisal gap is and what the appraiser's job is. Their job is to come in as a third unbiased party to really evaluate the market value of the home. Now, in this market, since we are still in a seller's market, if you are a buyer, most of the time you're going to be expected to at least bring a little bit of cash to make up that difference in that gap. So be prepared. A lot of buyers are still writing in to be competitive an appraisal gap up front on their purchase agreement. And it's becoming, I hate to say it, but it's becoming normalized if you're competing against an offer that you're going to need some sort of appraisal gap coverage up front when you're writing the offer to be able to win. Now, time will tell if that will stay the same or if that will go back to normal where it's always contingent on the appraisal. But remember, when that appraisal comes in below the purchase price value, that means it's another opportunity to renegotiate. So if you are a seller and you had other offers available to you, you might be able to say, hey, you know what, either bring in the extra cash or we're gonna go move on. And then on the other hand, again, if you're the buyer, you may be expected to bring extra cash. You're not required to, but if you want the house, you might need to be prepared to do that.
Yep, and a lot of this information comes from Keeping Current Matters, and a quick stat for you. Last year at this time, appraisal gaps only happened in about 11% of transactions, and now we're at 20%. And that just goes to show how crazy the change in the market has been over the last year, and kind of where it's at right now.
Yeah.
So
the bottom line is that you just need to be informed on what's happening and the changes that are happening throughout the year, because it's just been very drastic as far as like, okay, what's the newest, how do we compete, what are the strategies now, and whether you're a seller or a buyer, how are we going to get the best outcome based on the current market conditions. So trust your real estate professionals and stay informed.
thank you guys.
See you later.